I hope you're having a great day today. Happy Tuesday. Today, I really want to go over something a little different for you guys. I want to talk about being in a caloric deficit and not living a deficit. And the same thing when it comes to, let's say, a surplus as well, too. And this is basically going to be getting a better understanding when it comes to nutrition and what we're really looking for when it comes to our journeys. Most importantly, knowing when we to actually, let's say, pivot when it comes to the amount of macros we're eating, pivot to what we're doing when it comes to workout, pivot when it comes to the intensity, pivot when it comes to the little things, right? Because these are the things that are going to truly make the biggest difference when it comes to living a healthier lifestyle, most importantly, maintaining it. So let's get into it. And today, let's use Paul as an example. All right, cool. So going into this, let's talk about being in deficit. When it comes to being in a caloric deficit, guys, when I initially put you guys in a deficit, I put you guys in a 400 to about 500 calorie deficit. And the reason is I never want to put you in a deficit that is too extreme, meaning I don't want to put you in a deficit that's going to leave you tired, that's going to leave you fatigued. I want to put you in a deficit that's going to allow you to retain muscle mass while getting stronger, while losing body fat, while toning up, while losing weight. So therefore, the process is actually enjoyable. When we're too much in a deficit and we say, oh, let's cut out everything here, that's when when we're too much in a deficit and let's say we're in a 800 calorie deficit, that's when we can feel fatigue. That's when we're working out, we're more likely to get injured. And that's why when it comes to, let's say, a bodybuilding show, the last 2 weeks, I work out the least. Why? You may be like, why would you work out the least? Because I'm meaning so little that if I go heavy, I'm very likely able to get injured. And we want to minimize that as much as possible, right? So for one of my clients, Ray, he's actually preparing for a bodybuilding show right now. I don't want him to go into the gym pushing extreme amount of weight while he's in a literally 800 calorie deficit because he's trying to get lean to about 5, 6, 7% body fat. For you guys who are just losing weight, 400 to 500 is enough to lose weight sustainably while progressing in the direction we want to. And I'll show you, right? So for Paul, when we first started, I put him in a 200 calorie deficit. I'm sorry, not 200, in a 400 calorie deficit. And now he's again in a 400 calorie deficit. So in the beginning, he was at 2,000, right? And over time, his body got adjusted to it. His body got used to it. Losing weight was coming. And what I mean by that is if you look here, you zoom out, he started 255 and now we're 224. Now what happened at 224 is Paul's telling me that he's feeling tired, he's getting hungry, and cravings are coming in. So what do? We increase the calories. And the reason that we want to increase the calories is because now that's basically telling us that Paul is gained so much more muscle that his basal metabolic rate is increased, which is basically the amount of calories that you burn at rest. In the beginning, it was about 1750. Now it's a 1951 because he has more muscle. He's been working out. He's been eating right. So therefore, that deficit has been working sustainably, but now it's expanded because we've increased muscle. We've increased the amount of activity we're doing throughout the week. Most importantly, we've increased the steps, which therefore we've increased energy expenditure, which is the amount of energy that you actually burn. So with an increased energy expenditure and an increased deficit, hunger, cravings, fatigue come to play. And guess what? That's when you're more likely injured. And I don't want that for Paul, right? So guess what? I increase the calories, shorten that deficit once again. So therefore, we're back to that 400, 500, which is going to allow us to lose weight while also maintaining muscle, while also getting stronger, while also feeling healthier, while also taking control of what we're doing. So therefore, we can actually predictably still lose more weight in a safe way, safe manner without any injury, most importantly, feeling good about it. And that's the biggest thing I really want you guys to take away from this is we're not here to live in a deficit. And when Paul hits his weight goal, and his weight goal, the first goal right now is 220. Weight goal is around 210, 200. When Paul hits his weight goal, we're probably going to increase his calories back to 2,300. And you may be like, why? Because that's his maintenance. That's the amount of calories he needs to eat just to stay at the weight that he's at. Right now, we're still in a deficit. So when we increase the calories back to 2,300, that's when he's going to be able to maintain weight while working out, while getting stronger. And at that point, it's all about building muscle. We've lost so much body fat, we've lost so much weight that now our body's demanding for us to eat more food. So therefore, we can sustain the muscle mass, which is going to overall change our body composition and allow us to actually maintain the weight that we just lost. Guys, the biggest thing in place where people go wrong when it comes to this journey is they go on these diets that are like 1,200 calories. And then your body goes into this position where it doesn't enjoy it. It doesn't enjoy that process because it's like, bro, I'm tired. Why would I continue this? I'm fatigued. Why would I continue this? I need something a little different, right? So that's why when it comes to calories, when it comes to macros, we want to manipulate them as much as we can throughout the process. So therefore we know, hey, this is what we need to do here. This is what we need to do there. And the same thing when it comes to gaining weight. When it comes to gaining weight, yes, over time, your amount of muscle you have is going to actually force us to increase your calories. So I'll give you an example right now. Let's go to Akash. Akash, right now, his calories, let's pull it up. 1 second, open. Boom. His calories are 2,200 and he's in a surplus. And Akash has been gaining weight. And that's his goal, right? He wants to gain weight. So since he wants to gain weight, boom, we started at 164. Now we're at 174. We've gained 10 pounds. But now we've been going up and down. So when Akash is going up and down, that basically tells me, okay, cool, your body has more muscle mass now. And with more muscle mass comes a demand for more food. And now we might need to increase calories within the next week or two, basically just based on how your body keeps reacting to what he's doing. So therefore, we may need to increase food. Because if his body's saying, hey, 174 is where we're bouncing up right now, that's telling me, hey, more food. So therefore, we can actually continuously gain more weight. And it's not going to, affect his appetite because guess what? His body's already at the point where it can adjust to that amount of food. And that's the beauty of building muscle. That's the beauty of weightlifting. It puts you in a position to where your body's like, hey, we need it. We need this so we can get more results. We need this to see more progress. So yes, this is why I always tell people, you need to eat to lose weight. You need to eat to gain weight. You need to eat to maintain weight. You need to eat. And eating is the crucial part of this journey that us understand more. So therefore, when it comes to actually progressively doing this at speed, but most importantly, knowing what to do, having that knowledge, you're more likely to stay in tune. You're more likely to continue it because you're like, hey, I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling fatigued. That's maybe telling me, hey, let's eat a little bit more to get it a little bit more, to push a little bit more. And when we push a little bit more, we gain a little bit more muscle. Guess what? We're going to get toner. We're going to get stronger. But let's say if you want to gain weight, that's going to allow you to gain more weight. So we're going to put Akash in a higher surplus and probably next week or two. So therefore, he can gain more weight continuously so we can get to that 180 goal. And then once we get to that 180 goal, guess what? The next goal is 185. And at 185, we might say, okay, cool, we're at 185. Let's bring you back to maintenance, or let's stay at maybe 200 calorie surplus, nothing crazy. And at 200 calorie surplus, let's just focus on building as much muscle as possible. Let's just focus on just improving as much as possible when it comes to strength training. And then therefore, we just do little things here and there to actually get there. So yes, when it comes to nutrition, you never want to truly live inside a deficit. You never want to be in a calorie deficit for more than 2, 3, 4, 5 years. If you are, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel sluggish, and your body's not going to like you for it. So the biggest thing is, throughout the months, we're always progressively looking at where we're at, so therefore we can get to where we want to be. Yeah. And overall, guys, the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is really the power of food and how it can help you throughout your journey. I really hope this gave you more insight of, the way I like to do things, most importantly, the way I show you guys how to actually get the results you're looking for. At the end of the day, I'm not here to, let's do this as fast as possible so I can get a transformation. No, I want you to feel good during this process. And sometimes doing that, it might make you go up and down when it comes to the scale. But guess what? You're getting stronger, you're toning up, you're building more muscle. And if you continuously keep doing that, you're going to continuously keep seeing more progress in the long run. You're going to continuously keep seeing more progress when it comes to what you're able to do in the gym and the weight that you see on the scale. Because muscle is going to dictate more for you. So that's why I'm really into muscle building, because it's truly the key to actually losing weight, gaining weight, and doing it in a manner that is safe, that is effective, that makes you feel good, makes you feel confident. And guess what? Actually gets you there. So yeah, that's the biggest thing I want to share with you guys today. Hope you guys, got some takeaways from this. Let me know your biggest takeaways as well too. But yeah, basically know that when it comes to food, you need to eat to get to these goals. We can't do it without eating. Eating is a crucial thing. If let's say you're struggling to eat, there's always things that we could do to actually adhere to the amount of food we're eating. And sometimes we may need to take a step back, right? Let's say if you're in a 200, 300 calorie deficit and you're like, okay, cool, I've been stagnant. I'm up and down. It seems like I plateaued. Maybe let's expand that deficit while lowering carbs, maybe increasing protein. That might allow you to keep moving forward in the right direction. All right. Thank you guys for watching this. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Let me know if you have any questions. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Let's keep crushing it.